Hey, how's it going everybody? Sarasota Tim. Welcome back to another review, and today's review has got to be one of the most exciting ones I've ever done because this really is something that I've been needing. A lot of things that they send me to do a review on, they reach out to me and I'm like, yeah, sure, that'd be cool, that'd be fun, e-bikes, different things like that. But this company here, VEVOR, VEVOR, is a company that is very eclectic. I mean, they've got tools, they've got camping equipment, they've got so many different things. It's incredible. So go on their website and check them out. So I reached out to them because they make actually a six-sided canopy tent that as an RVer that I'm interested in. And I reached out to them and I said, hey, I'm a YouTuber. Would you be interested in sending that product for a review? Because I saw they sent them to other reviewers, many of them actually, and I wanted it. And when I went on their website, they have lots of stuff that I would love to have. I mean, cordless drills, tools, camping equipment, and just a whole array of things. So they sent me an email back. They got right back to me, their affiliate program, and they said, these are the items that we want to promote for the month of November. Please choose one, and we'll be happy to send it to you for a review. And so I did, and I actually am glad I got this over the six-sided tent, which I still want. If you're listening, VEVOR, I want that, that canopy. Anyway, let me introduce you to a product that I needed desperately. You need it. Your home needs it. Your car needs it. Your workbench needs it. Your garage needs it. Your friends need it. And with the holidays coming, I don't see why any house should not have it. Now, most people have tools, but you've never seen anything like this. So let me turn the camera over here and I'm going to show you what we got. All right, welcome back everybody. Look at this amazing tool set. No, just kidding. That's not it. That's what I have, and that's what a lot of people have. They have tools in a bag, and it might be in there. It might be in there somewhere. You basically have to pour everything out and look for it. It's just a raggedy, cumbersome thing, but hey, it's better than nothing at all. No, that's not what you get. You get what you need, and that's right here. Take a look at this. This is the VEVOR 450-piece tool set that is basically a shop in a box. And I'm not a top, mechanic, believe me, but as far as changing oil and doing different modifications on my Gull Wing, on my truck, I live in an RV, there's constantly DIY things to do. I build furniture, different things like that. I have to put together gas grills, you name it. But if you wanted to actually work on your car and your truck and you need to do something, wait till you see what we have here. First, it comes in this, I think it's a 20 by 20. Well, it's not actually square, is it? But it's a nice big plastic box. You can even use it as a stool to sit on. But look how it opens. First of all, just the quality of the box. You have to open these two here, and there's two more, one on the side and one over here to get to the top box. And here you have all of these wrenches and some baby wrenches and every possible size of Allen wrench that you could possibly need. And I watched a YouTube video of the guy talking about these, as how these are the long ones, and a lot of kits don't include the long ones. And I have to get my readers here. 1 second, right here, so I can see these numbers on here. You're looking at SEA and standard, and metric sizes. And they have all the sizes here. And I think they even said the half sizes. There's really, let me take these out. Let's just open it up and enjoy what we have. I'll get to these wrenches in just a moment. So here, the numbers are very small, but it's like 6, 5.5, 5, 4.5. So it has all the half sizes too, without missing anything. And these are more, SEA right here. It's a quarter, 7/32, 3/16, and so on. Look at these tiny, tiny ones here. That one is a size 1/16 and 5/64. I mean, look at these, and look how long they are, and look how they kept really nice. And this one right here is another set of metrics of let's see the metrics here. That's standard. And okay, so you got the long and the short of the metrics, and it goes from 1.5 all the way to 6, and this set goes from 1.5 all the way to 6 that are shorter. So isn't that cool? So if you have to be able to get into a tight place, and then here's your standard, the SEA. The metal is a CRV. It's a chromium vanadium, I think it's how you say it, but these are resistant to rust, and it is a standard steel that is used in most tools that are very, very strong, very, very strong. So, but the chrome part of it, you get these ones that are kind of like, oh man, that's some bling on there. It's blinding me from the sun out here. You get some of these tools and they're not a chrome finish and they rust really easy. And what's great about this set that I heard from another YouTube review that I watched is this goes all the way to a 17. So you don't have the extra large like 18 and 19 and things like that. But there's no tool set that's going to be with everything you need. But this has got most of everything you need. So if you had to add a pair of vice grips and some pliers, you got a room up in here in the top box. People have pointed out that you could put a couple of things like that. So now let's get to the additional pieces. You got 3 drawers. And look, nothing's going to fall out of this thing. You've got there's a very hard to open too, look. They really snap well. Oh, my. And now I want to show you. I opened this, I took it out of the box already to take a look at it. And I've seen some YouTube videos. But this I wanted to wait and unwrap in front of you. So you see the little lip right here, you can pull these drawers out. Look at that. Wait till we get in here. First, let's get this one out. If I can get to it. Let me just take this drawer out. Look at these sockets. Look at all these sockets. Deep sockets. You got 6 points. You got 12 points. You got even these. One guy pointed out there's these star sockets. Hang on. Let's get this one out. Look at that. Look at those bits. And look at this, a 1/2-inch drive there. Now we can get this out. Take a look. Now all of these drawers here did have this little protective, not this plastic, but this thing right here, this foam thing that we're in. So they come very well packaged. But why they keep this one together like this is anybody's guess. But let's just take a look at it and go over each thing. I mean, folks, if you go to do a DIY or work on your car or your motorcycle or your truck, if you can't find it in here, then it's not made because they got it. The only thing you're missing here is like a cordless drill, some pliers, like I say. Boom! Look at this. My goodness, you've got a 1/4-inch drive. You've got a 3/8 drive, and you've got your 1/2-inch drive over here. That is heavy and that is cool. And I'm going to point out a couple of things about these drives that you're going to love. Okay, first of all, let's go with this one right here. They have this extra little beveled thing for your hand so you can really get some torque on it, and they're reversible. And check this out. You got something in your hand you're holding, right? And you need a socket. Look at this. You just press this button. Boom. One-handed. You need a different socket, you can have them like turned over. You just drop that one off. Look at that. You just drop it off. Isn't that great? And listen. Well, let me get that 1/2-inch drive to show you. These are 72 tooth ratchets. And they have the reversible thing here. These are not cheap. Listen. "72 teeth gives you the smallest increment in those tight places to back off to get you some more ratcheting. You don't have to come way back before it kicks to another tooth. So you got 72 teeth on all of these. This thing right here is the Mac Daddy. Oh, listen to that. It feels good and it sounds good. Then you also have these deep sockets. And some of these, that's a 6-point. Where is it at over here? See that? Spark plug. So you got the spark plug sockets here. The little black thing in there, little rubber thing to hold the spark plugs. And they all go up to, like this one right here, it goes all the way up to a, where's the numbers? A number 1 inch, is that what that means? I couldn't tell you. And then you got these over here, 5/8, 2 5/8. One you can wrench on here. I'm not an expert on tools, folks, but I can tell you that these are called, these attachments here, so you can downsize. You can take the 1/2-inch drive, okay, and if you want to put in a smaller socket, now you've got an amazing tool there. And you've got the big socket to do it. You've got all these are called, what's the word? I'm going to show you right now. I've got the list of parts. Here, this is impressive. You've got a cordless drill or whatever. Look at all of these bits that you have. And they give you this right here. This is a rubber gripped, nice, and you can really get on there. And it's magnetized too. I know that's a fact. You take out one of these, okay, and you put it in here. See, it's magnetized. Yep, there it is. You can really get into some things that you don't need a lot of torque on by using a drive. You've got this driver here. And someone pointed out that not only do you get the Phillips and the Torx and every kind of a bit imaginable, these ones with little holes in them, you know what these are? These are security bits. You know those screws that you might come across that are for security? They don't want anybody with just a Phillips or a flathead to be able to remove. That's what these are when they have these little holes in there. And look how many there are. Just amazing how many different bits there are in this set. This is not just a little set. This is a overkill, a massive set. One person said on YouTube that most of these kits you buy at Harbor Freight and Lowe's and different places, they don't have near this many stuff. And where are these ones that, okay, so that's a 12. And then the ones that only have, oh, that's these right here. These are stars. See that? You get those certain star nuts to take off. They got the stars in here. Stars, they got the 12-point, and then you've got 12-point, and then you got 6-point right here. These are ones you can really ratchet down on. And look at all these deep sockets, shallow sockets, 12-point, 6-point, standard and metric. All of these different pieces here that you can put in. Let's see, what does that go in? Does that go on? No, that doesn't go in here. This actually goes on your, put that away. Everything is easy to find where it goes back. Every number. You're looking for a certain size. You saw it on YouTube. They tell you that it's going to be a number 10 to change your motor oil on your gull wing. Then you just come out here and there it is. Boom. And then you get the right thing. So you take this little deal right here. And now you've got, you know, an Allen key type thing on a ratchet. You can really get in there. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. Look at all these tools that I have. I can do anything. I mean, there's nothing. These extensions, there's 3-inch, 1.5-inch, and a 6-inch extension. You need to reach in there. Look at this. Look at that. You got these other little piece here. Talks about it on the, they give you a paper that tells you all the different attachments you got. And then you can just add a, look at that. Look at that. Chrome vanadium. That's the kind of steel it is. All right, pull that off. That goes right back in there. You don't just throw it in a bag or something like that. I think I put that in backwards, right? There you go. And then you put this, you know, right in there. But I love that you've got 3/8, 1/4, and 1/2 inch drive. You've got them all. Okay, and then you've got all these sockets. But let's say that you don't have the socket you need, but you need to use this. That's what these are for right here. These are so you can go down in size. These are extensions, and these are, what is it called? Let me get my paper. All right, here we go. This is what you get. Combination wrenches, 72 tooth, quick release ratchet handle, extension bars. Okay, adapters, they're called adapters. Yeah, you adapt these to this here would go in your 3/8 drive, and then you can put a 1/2 inch socket on there. And so, I mean, the possibilities of what you can put together are endless. You get 6 adapters, 191 sockets, 191, 187 bits. And look, you get these over here. Look at these. Look at these bits. Okay? A lot of these things you can use too with your cordless drill. And then here's all the different sizes you have. And then hex keys, there's 40 of them. That's these up here that we looked at. And I think one guy, I was watching him on YouTube, he said that most lug nuts come off with a 17, 19, or a 21. And so, let's see here. There you go. 19, 17. And it's labeled right here for you. So quick and easy to find what you need. You know, if you Google it, you use Gemini or whatever, and you don't know what you're doing like me, and you say, what size nut do I need to remove the lug nut off my Flagstaff camper? And then you just, instead of just feeling around 2 or 3, do a little quick search, and then come up here and look for the number and get it. So you've got these here are T50 through T27. These are the standard sizes here, and these are the metric. And then here is all standard here. You got metric here, standard here, standard here, more standard, more metric, standard. I mean, my gosh, look at all these tools. Look at these security bits. Look at this. There's no screw or bolt that you're not going to be able to get out. I mean, what else do you need? You need a pair of pliers and some vice grips for something. You need a cordless drill for something, a driver, you know, to remove like, you know, your lug nut. But you can use a T-bar, and you can use some kind of a what do they call it when you have an extension on something? A breaker bar. You can just buy a couple of these extra things, you know, at Harbor Freight or somewhere to add to this arsenal. But you've got a garage here, and just look at these wrenches. You've got the open end wrench on one side to get it started. Then you've got the box end wrench right here to just, you know, keep from rounding off the nut. So nice, and they wipe off real easy versus those ones that are kind of porous and that aren't chrome plated. And look at these baby wrenches. One guy said you can use these. There's 2 metric and 2 standard. There's a 7/32 and a 13/64, and then there's a 5 and a 6. So you got a little nut you can't get a socket on in the back there. You just put one of these on and go to work with your ratchet and your socket. These little adapter things here, I guess, are for these. No, that's just the tool itself. This just goes in. Does it go in here? No, but it does go in this little 1/4 inch. No, this goes in an adapter. What kind of an adapter? Oh, it goes in these. So look, you can really wrench on like an Allen wrench type thing with that. Then you got these right here. All these are, this part right here is standard, and these are metric, 10 through 5, 5 through 10, however you want to say it, a 1/4 inch through 3/8. These big old sockets here. Look at this thing. And someone pointed out too, these are thick steel. These are not thin, cheap metal. This is CRV, and that means, it says it right on that one socket I read, right here, chrome vanadium. Look at that extension. Isn't that cool? You got a 1.5 right here, a 3, and I don't know, and a 6. Chrome vanadium. Vanadium, baby. Man, look at these little sockets. You can get everything. This little 1/4-inch drive, push that button in, boom. Go to town, man. Look at that. You can put it, I mean, can you imagine? You wouldn't even have to hold it down here. You'd strip it right off. You just want to grab it like that. And you've got this. Look. Hear that? That's awesome. Man, I am so proud to have this. And one guy pointed out, let's say you're a mechanic and you're a mobile type mechanic, and you got to go to a garage somewhere where, a parking lot where somebody's broke down, and you need to help them out, and you can't park right next to them, and you need your tools. All you got to do is grab this whole set and then just walk over to where they're at. And if you need 1 or 2 more things, you got it made. But you've got literally everything you need. I could put this set down next to my motorcycle here, and I get ready to do a DIY oil change or add an accessory, a modification. I just lift this set. Now this is a little heavy. I think it weighs up to 30 plus pounds, close to 40 maybe. I've heard different, but it's not too bad, not too bad at all. Now the ratchets with the small ones go in your top drawer, okay? So we put that in right there. I don't know if it really makes a difference, but I know that. Oh, it's got a little thing here. When we had the plastic on, I couldn't get to it. And then these, which one does this go? Does this go next? I don't even know. Let's see. And then these, you also grab like that. And then here's that 1/2-inch drive with the bits and all that. Put that on the bottom. And let's see if it actually makes any kind of a difference. So I'm working, and I got this out, okay? And I put this one down below. No, of course it doesn't make any difference. So now I know I got my 2 ratchets, the first and second drawer. Oops. And then that closes down. Now, what I really like about this is not a heavy metal toolbox. That can make a lot of weight itself. But look at this. Snap. Yeah. And then you got the ones on the side here. 2, 3, and 4. Now look, you want to grab it like this because it's kind of heavy. Right now I have this up on my tailgate, my Ford truck. It's kind of heavy for me to lift up from this kind of a position. So what would be easier? It would be easier just to grab this. Look at the ergonomics that they've created in the whole design of this. So now I can just pick it up and take it and set it down. If it was down on the ground, I just simply grab my handle and lift it up and carry it. And the VEVOR company, I'm going to put a link in the description below that you can buy this. I think this is well under $200. I mean, way under that, I think. And how are you going to beat that deal? You can go and spend, well, first of all, with inflation today, for Christmas or something like that, you can spend just under $200 on so many things, and it doesn't even count. People don't even need it. People won't even look at it again. You can get this for you or a friend for, I don't know, I think it's around $150, $125. The price will be in the Amazon link I'm going to provide. Please use my Amazon link. I am an affiliate, and I do receive a small commission from Amazon if you buy products through my link. I want to thank VEVOR for sending me this. This was a sponsored video from them. They asked me to give a review of it. Of course, I'm giving an honest review. Of course, I love it. Of course, it's going to work. Of course, you need it, and I needed it. Look at this, what I had. This is all I had. I mean, I'm going to go through that, and I'm going to take the needle nose, the channel locks, a few pairs of pliers, a wire stripper, and a few things, but I'm going to lighten that thing up. And anything that's just a overkill, like redundancy of what I've already got here, it's going in the trash. And this is going to be keep it in my truck or in my shed right here. Any of my DIY projects I've got from that. I'm going to be changing my oil soon. I'll be making a video. Please stay tuned for that. And there's a belly plate underneath there that I have to remove that's been put on the bike. Plus the oil filter, it requires a ratchet and sockets and all kinds of stuff. So this I'm really, really happy to have, and I know that you would be very happy to own that too. So please consider getting it. It's the best steel. Oh look, you can't get it out. I forgot. You got to unlock it. Look how good those are. These aren't going to fall out on you, folks. See, all you got to do is come in there, open your tool shed, put this up on your workbench in your shop, in your garage, set it on the floor, put it in your truck, whatever you want. Then just set it on something, right? And then you get something that you need. And I want to point out, a guy showed on YouTube, you can sit on this. Put that down next to the motorcycle, and then you got your drawers right in front of you. You can just pull them out and get what you need. And like I say, you've got these grab handles here. It's tough plastic. It's very handsome looking. And man, 450 pieces of tools in any kind of configuration. They give you this. They will wrap it and box it. It comes in a nice brown box with straps across this way and straps across this way. I'm talking it's very well packaged. And I know you'll love it. So thanks very much for viewing. If you'd like to see more videos and reviews like this from me, give my video a thumbs up. That'll push the algorithm up, and I'll be crushing it